Barbe, Roger has a special thumb for you, the golden thumb.
Thank you.
And we will have a Q&A. We'll have Kim Morgan is the moderator. You can, Professor Howie Marshowitz. And also a special guest from the house next door, Matt Scythe.
First off, I'd like to thank Roger again for inviting me here. This is my first year here, and for allowing me to serve on this panel for a movie I consider a masterpiece. Yes, clap for that, please, come on. A movie I find, it's a love story, a true love story, a love story about booze, a love story between people, a love story about writing and endurance and just getting through life and making life as beautiful as you can in an ugly world. And it's really a downtrodden love story to Los Angeles as well, where Bukowski did a lot of writing. And my first question is, what attracted you to Charles Bukowski's writing in the first place?
Well, for me, it was a big discovery. It was really something very, I couldn't believe what I was reading. Basically, what really attracted me was the extreme sensitivity of the man, that he was really hiding behind a whole atmosphere of toughness and all that, but that behind there was a marvel of a human being, of sensitivity. And actually, this story is all true. This story with the corn happened like that, and actually I went and planted the corn exactly at the place where they were running, and they ran into the building where she was living at the time, and so on and so on. There's so many things that are part of what really happened.
Yeah, that corn scene has always struck me because that is something that would happen in Los Angeles. You would just come across a cornfield like that. And the fact that when she can't cook it, it reminds me of Bukowski's line, it's not the big things that make you go crazy, it's when your shoelace breaks, you know? So when she can't cook the corn, she loses it. It's a very Bukowski moment there, yes.
Yeah, no,
so
it's a great moment for me. I was feeling it right there when I was reading, and I was feeling, oh, this is really a great moment where she tries to, because for me she's like, this is why it's such a great love story, because she's an image of himself. She's another himself, and she's just more extreme than him, but she's really very similar to him.
Now you were filming him for years before you made this, because you did the...
Right, yes, I did something that's called the Bukowski tapes, because I was so frustrated for so many years trying to make that movie, and it was actually impossible. It's a miracle that the movie got made. And I was so frustrated that I ended up filming him for evenings at his house. And out of that, I got a lot of material, and I discovered that from time to time, he would go into from 3 to 5 minutes monologue, and that those monologues were jewels. And I ended up just putting them one next to each other, and there were 50 of them. And of course, I used that to ask a lot of questions about who was Wanda, how did it happen, what was the bar. Actually, it was a bar that was in Philadelphia. So there is a lot of screenplay work where we mixed different things. So all the fights in the bar were actually taking place in Philadelphia, and the story with Wanda was actually happening in Los Angeles. And so I didn't want to do a period piece. I wanted to have the feeling of timelessness you get when you enter into a bar, so that you could never place the movie exactly at a certain period, because I didn't want to do a period piece.
And it still plays that way.
I don't like period pieces.
Yes, it's absolutely timeless still. And in Los Angeles, a lot of those bars are gone now, but it still looks like that. You know.